Guru Sahib Ji uchars his most beautiful shabad. They're all beautiful. It says, Puttar, Sutta aparad. Aparad hai means to make mistakes, to commit sin. Sutta aparad karta hai jete. Many times the child makes a mistake. Janani jitna rakasatete. But their own Mataji, Janani jitna rakasatete. Apane chit de virsas in their own mind, in their own consciousness, they never focus upon those mistakes. Just like us, we make so many mistakes every single day, but Guru Sahib Ji doesn't look at our organ. They don't look at all the mistakes that we make. Sadguru talk liya, mohe papi parda. Say Guru Sahib Ji talk liya, they put a parda on top of all of our organ. Mohe papi parda. There's no, I'm the biggest papi. But Guru Sahib Ji Fairvi, Satguru talk liya. They cover all of my pap, all the galtiya, all the mistakes that I make. Guru Sahib Ji, they cover them themselves. So, Janani Chitana Rakasate Tera Maya Ho Barak Tera. Ke He Parameshwar Vaheguru Ji, Ho Barak Tera. I am your child. Kahe na Khandasa Avagana Mera. This is our ardas, our humble plea to the Guru. Kahe na Khandasa Avagana Mera. All these organ, hum avguna pare, ek gunana. I'm filled with so many demerits, so many mistakes. And we're asking the Guru, Kahe? When? Kahe na khandasa avgana mera. When? Why? How? When are you going to move all these pap? When can I become like those Gurmukhs? Jive Maharaji, they say themselves in Gurbani, ke sab sohagana man hai raliya, ek dev ho raat marari. They say that those sohagan, those soul boys, those Gurmukhs of the Guru, sab sohagan man hai raliya. They absorbed in your anand. Ik deva ho raat marari. Can I experience that for one night what those Gurmukhs experience every night? Pave Amrit Vele Jag ke, Pai Harjinder Singh Ji, Pai Sukhdev Singh Ji, these two Gurmukhs that we refer to as Sukha and Jinda, they say that in the last 4 years when they were imprisoned, before they were given the fans, before they were hung, they said that every single day their nitnem, when before they gave Shahidi, was 11 Sukhuni Sahib the part every single day, 11 Sukhuni Sahib the part every single day, 25 Japji Sahib the part every single day, 25 Japji Sahibs every single day. And then for 3 hours, for one Pehar Amrit Vela, they do Guru Mantra the job, Naam Abhyas. And then on top of that, they read more Gurbani and they do Sataband and Nityanem as well. So that's their Jivan. That's what they got to in terms of their Naam Abhyas as well. So when we come to the Guru and we look at those Gurmukhs around us, think that ek deva ho raat murari, that will I ever experience or be on such a path, jis mastaka paag so laga sev, ke Guru said you bless me with such seva to serve the Panth, just like other Gurmukhs have. So Guru Sahib Ji here is saying, ke je at krop kare karataya. Agge Maharaji Farman, they carry on. That if somebody is filled with krodh, that child je at krop kare karataya, tapi chitana rakhasamaya. That even if we even get angry and we resent what's happening, we resent what Vaheguru Ji's done to us. But they say even then, if a child does that to their own mother, say even then that mother still loves their child. They never hold it deep inside them. Chinta pavana mana paryo hamara. Ke mere man de vich, inside my own mind, there's so much chinta. This is pavan here referring to, you could say like a storm, like a whirlpool, that my mind is filled with so much chinta. Chinta pavana mana paryo hamara. Naam bina kaise uttar sapara. But Guru Sahib is saying, naam bina kaise uttar sapara. Asi is pav sagar to keve tar sakde sa Sangh Ji naam to bina. If we don't have naam, how are we going to cross over? If we look in the Jivan of these Gurmukhs, by Sukha, by Jinda Ji, Sahib Sangh Ji, we can see naam was completely a part of their life. Ke Sri Sharan to Pehla, Shahidi Prapan to Pehla, before they even gained Shahidi Sahib Sangh Ji, that they were imbued in naam. in Japji Sahib da Paath, Sukhmani Sahib da Paath, Mool Mantar da Jap, Guru Mantar da Jap, Sat Ban da Nitnem Adik. So Guru Sahib is saying, ke naam bina kaise utar sapara? How can somebody cross over this world ocean without naam? Dehe be mal mat sada sarira. So Guru Sahib ji kirpa karo ate dehe be mal mat, be mal, mail to right. Be mal mat. Now make my mat, make my mind, make my soch, make everything be mal. Nirmal, make it pure. Sada sarira. Sahaj sahaj guna rave kabira. Bhagat Kabir ji de bachan, Sad Sangat ji, they're saying, ki sahaj sahaj guna rave kabira. That to become absorbed, to be in this state of sahaj avastha, sute se dihi sasin, so naturally to be absorbed in the gun of Parameshwar. Those qualities of taram, daya, taram, santokha, pyar, nimrata, adik, to have such qualities. So what we understand is how great our Guru is. Guru jaisa nahi ko de, jise mastak paag so laga se. There's no one greater than our Guru. And that Guru can change our lives, that they change all these individuals' lives as well that we look at the house. Not just many years ago, Guru Tahas the which even after Guru Tahas, after 1708 when Guru Gobind Singh Ji left their body, there's many examples of Guru Sikhs even 40 years ago, 30 years ago, and even sooner, even more recently, who have done such seva for the Panth, who are doing such Gurbani for the Panth, and they started on one path, and they came into the Guru's path. Panth refers to a path. They came into the Guru's path, and what they did for the entire Panth, for the Sikhs, we cannot put into words. And where did this start from? Because Sahib Singh Ji, in today's world, especially in our Naujawan, the word Khalistan, for example, people don't want to speak about this word. They're afraid of saying this word. They think that just because of the propaganda, just because of what media has said, or the stuff they hear about Sikhs who fought in the Sangharsh, who fought in the struggle, and they think of Khalistan as a negative word. But Sahib Singh Ji, jidon assi ardas karde a, ardas to baad we all say Raj karega Khalsa. What is the difference? There's no difference, just a different name. We all ask for Raj. Every day we do ardas unless we are asleep. Sutte pe. We just want to live our normal lives. But the Guru is not saying that you just live a normal life. The Guru said that if you're a Khalsa, fir Raj karega Khalsa. So the Khalsa is here to bring Raj, they're here to rule. Nanak Raj chalaya, such a kota satani nivade. Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj Ji came to set up a Raj. So every single day when we do ardas, it's reminding us, okay, don't forget this. I think it's Bhagat Nanak Dev Ji's bachan, they say, Kya tu soya, jage ana. Say, why are you sleeping for, you fool? Kya tu soya, jage ana. Wake up to this truth that Guru Sahib is saying that the Khalsa was made to do Raj. That's why whenever we meet another Guru Sikh, when we start Katha, when Katha is finished, we all say, the Fateh, we say, Vahi Guru Ji ka Khalsa, Vahi Guru Ji ki Fateh, Fateh Pave, Sad Sangat Ji, Raj Krega Khalsa, Deg Teg, Fateh. How we can ever gain Deg Teg and Fateh is all through when we start to follow what the Guru is saying to us. When we start to work towards this Raj, and that was something that was clear in these Gurumukhs, that what the Guru had ordained, the mission of the Guru, they are following that. And this all starts from Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Why? Why did Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji start this? Bhai Gurdas Ji speaks about this as well. That's what I mean, Bhai Gurdas Ji's Bani is so important, because they speak about the foundations that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji placed for Sikhi to grow. They said at that time, that Jado Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji travelled around the whole of the dunya, when they came to meet the Siddhs, they say, Phir puchhna Siddha Nanaka. The Siddhs came to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji. Phir puchhna Siddha Nanaka. Maat lok vich kya vartara. So, hey Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, maat lok vich ki ho raha hai? What is happening in the world? They asked Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji a question. They'd always question the Guru. The Siddhs are living in the mountains. They don't know what's going on in the world. They say, Phir puchhna Siddha Nanaka. Maat log vich kya vartara. What is happening in the world? What is happening? And then it says, Sab Siddhi eh bujya. All the Siddhs at that time, those who had the Shakti, you could say, those who had the Kamai, those who could have, you could say, had the Gun, those who are not caught up in Hankar, Sada says, Sab Siddhi eh bujya. Kalatarana Nanak Avatara. They all realize that this individual, this Roop of Rab on earth, this form of God on earth, they are Avatar, they are the Avatar of Vaiguruji. Kalatarana Nanak Avatara, ke A Parameshwar Vaiguruji Sargan Roop Ataran karke, Vaiguruji taken on his Sargan Roop is dunya vich aaye han. They have come themselves in this world. So Sab Siddhi He Bujya, Kalatarana Nanak Avatara. Kalataran. We all hear the famous Shabad, Kalataran Guru Nanak Aya. Next month we're going to celebrate Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj's Avatar Purab. How do we celebrate Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj's Avatar Purab? Is it just by lighting fireworks, coming to the Gurdwara Sahib? Or is it understanding what was Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj's Siddhant? What was Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj's message to the whole dunya? What did Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj come to set up? So Sab Siddhi He Bujya Kalatarana. Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj came to carry everybody across from this dark age back into the age of truth. Nanak Avatara. Guru Maharaj took Prakash themselves to come on this earth. They said nobody else, they came themselves, Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj. Then they say Babe Akhya Nath Ji. Guru Maharaj Ji, Uchaz Shabad, they speak to the Siddhs. Babe Akhya Nath Ji, Sach Chandrama, Kud Andara. Say such is a Chandrama, and they say such here referring to truth, Chandra being the moon, and Kud, falsehood, is the darkness. And they say Guru Maharaj Ji, Agge Pai Gurudas Ji leke about Guru Nanak Ji's conversation with the Siddhs. They say Kud Amavas Vartya, this Kud, this falsehood has travelled everywhere. In Kaljug, falsehood is everywhere. Kud Amavas Vartya, how Palana Charya Sansara. They say Guru Maharaj says, I have come on this earth, how Palana. Palana here means to search. How Palana, I've come to search for the truth. I've come to search the whole world for this truth, but even further than that, Satsang Ji, what did Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj Ji come to do? Went through this 2 weeks ago. Tene he kalamo dharma charai sab sadhana ko raho batai. Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj Ji came to put everybody back on the path. Show them the truth, show them the light. And it's quite interesting when we think about the analogy of a candle and darkness. The candle, when it is lit, it already removes the darkness. There's no need for an interaction. The candle doesn't need to speak to the darkness, the Nira. It doesn't have to say nothing. When the candle is lit, the darkness is removed. And what I took away from that is when we look at when Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj, whenever Guru Sahib Ji sent a Sant Mahapurush, a Gurmukh into this world, they didn't come here to directly oppose the individuals that were committing the paap. They came to reignite the light within the Gursikh, to light another light in somebody else, and that light itself removed the darkness. Where there is light, that means there's a lack of darkness. The darkness is removed. So that's what Guru Sahib Ji came to. They came to light all those individuals up again. They lost that light inside them. Diva mere ek naam, dukh vich paya te. All these dive, all these dim lights that have pretty much gone out, Guru Sahib Ji came and put that light back in there. All of us have this potential. And we'll see in the lives of Pai Sukha, Pai Jinda Ji, how they had this potential. You'll be surprised the stuff they would do in their youth, especially Pai Harjinder Singh Ji, when they were in their youth, the kind of actions they would do, and when Sant Janel Singh Ji actually met them beforehand as well and changed their life. So it's when the Guru, they light that jot inside us. Guru Sakhi jot pargat hoye. Through the Guru Sakhi, through the Guru Sikhya, through the Guru's Itahas, Guru Sakhi jot pargat hoye. We read this every day in Sohela Sahib, Son to Pehla, we read this Guru Sakhi. The question is, when is that Sakhi, when is that Sikhya, when is that Itahas, when is the Guru's Updesh going to fully Let that jot become Pargat inside us. When is that going to happen? So they're saying to Guru Nanak Dev Ji that what's happening in the world? And Guru Nanak Dev Ji says to them, the whole world is filled with cool, with falsehood. And I've come to search for the truth. I've come to put that truth back in people's hearts and light that jot inside them again. Make it manifest, make that light so bright that wherever they go in the world, it's going to change everybody. And those individuals, those saints, those Gurmukhs like Sant Baba Attar Singh Ji, Mastawane, Sant Janel Singh Ji, whoever that Mahapurush was, whoever that Gurmukh was, that Guru Sikh, whatever name you want to give to them, Santa, Guru Sikh, Gurmukh, they all came, they were the light of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, and they spread that light to everybody as well, and remind them of who they were and what their duty was and what the Khalsa was set up to do. The Khalsa was set up to have Raj, a Halemi Raj, a Raj in which everybody can live. When we look at Maharaj Ajit Singh's Raj, where there was more Muslim and more Hindu, it's not a Raj of conversion, it's a Raj of everybody being able to live freely, to practice their faith, to have food, to have water, to have protection. What you see in a Gurdwara Sahib is what you should see in the dunya, where nobody should go hungry, where everybody should feel protected. And that is a Raj that was set up by Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji, carried on in the 10th Janam by Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, and through the Khalsa Panth. Then Guru Nanak Dev Ji says to the Siddhs, they say, Papa Garasi Pirathami, Taul Khara, Tara Hate Pakara. So the whole world is filled with Papa Garasi Pirathami. And they say that you believe in a taul, in a bull. Say this bull that you believe in, Sikhi that you don't believe in the bull, it comes in Japji Sahib ke taul tarmadaya ka puta santokha thap rakhya jind soot. That we believe that what is holding the world up is dharam, is righteousness. The Guru Nanak Dev Ji says to the Siddhs at that time ke that taul khada tara hate pakar, the whole dunya, sari dunya rondi hai, the whole world is crying. The whole world is crying. The dunya itself is crying because Papa Grasi Pirthmi, there's so much pap, there's so much sin on this earth. So Guru Sahib Ji says, Siddh chapa baithe parvati. Say, hey Siddh Loka, they say, hey Siddh Lok, oh you are the Siddhs. Siddh Loka, Siddh chapa baithe parvati. That you are sitting in the mountains, quietly, hidden from the world. Kauna Jagatara, Ko Paro Tara. Who's going to save the world? If you have the gun, if you have the qualities, if you are doing Pagati, but you are living in the mountains, then Kauna Jagatara, Ko Paro Tara. Who's going to save the world? That is the question. If all these people have come in the past and joined them to themselves, if they have come and stayed away from the world and not helped people in the world, to do Paropakar, to help others, and this is a part of the Sikh Dharam. Ke sarva dharam hai shreshth dharam, har ko naam jap nirmal karam, ke naam japna ate nirmal karam. Both things, seva ate simran, both wings of a bird. Aap japaho avrah naam japavaho. Sikh is not just aap japaho, he's saying aap japaho avrah naam japavaho. Ke aap japo recite naam yourself, te horna nu inspire others ke naam japavaho. The Guru has given us all a duty. If we become a Sikh, the Guru has given us a duty to live in the world, to change ourselves, but save and change those individuals around us as well. So kaun jagatara ko paro tara. Who's going to save the world? Guru Nanak is saying to the Siddhs, who's going to save the world? This is what you should have been doing. All those Guni Gyanis, they've left the world. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Ji came themselves. They didn't say nobody else. They didn't say Vishnu, Brahma, Mahesh, Muhammad, whoever it was. They didn't say none of them. Why Guru Ji came themselves? Ab Narayana Kalatar, Jag Meh Paravariya. Why Guru Ji themselves came? So when Guru Maharaj Ji is speaking to them, and they're saying ke Jogi Gyan Vihuniya, that these yogis, they don't have this gyan, they don't have this knowledge. Nis dinna, din raat, day now, what they're doing? Nis dinna angala gai na chara. All they're doing is putting ash on their own bodies. Fir Akhili Pankti Vich Sasni Ji Pai Gurudashi says this very beautiful thing. They say, Baj Guru, Dubba Jagasara. Baj Guru, Guru to bina, Sat Guru to bina, without the true Guru, Baj Guru, Dubba Jagasara. The whole world is drowning. Sari dunya dub rahi hai, Sat Sangat Ji. The whole world is drowning. Bhai Gurdas is saying. The whole world was drowning. And then Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj Ji came. Just like we read in Rehra Sahib, again every single day, Tit Sar Varare, Pai Linavasa, Pani Pavak Tin Hekia, Pankajo Moho, Pag Nahi Challe. They said that why are we drowning? Because we're stuck in Moho. Pankajo Moho, Pag Pave Pair, Nahi Challe. Nahi Chalde Asasi. We cannot walk this path. We cannot walk in this path because Pag Nahi Challe. Because Pankajo Moho, because we're attached to Moho. We're attached to attachment. We have attachment to everything. That's why Guru Nanak Ji's first ever bachan, when Guru Nanak Ji was 5 years old, the first ever Bani they recited to their teacher, Panda Gopal Ji, was Jal Moho Kasa Maskar, Jal Moh. Jal hai means sardana, to burn. They said, burn your attachment. Burn this attachment that keeps you in this world. Burn this attachment to this body. Burn this attachment to our family and friends. You can love them, but don't be attached to them. Because for that reason, because of the attachment, where there's moho sasangaji, where there's attachment, there's fear, there's pair, there's dada. That we're going to lose that. And those who became nirdada sasangaji, nirapao, how did they become nirapao? How did they become fearless? Nirapao japa, sagalapao mite. By reciting the Guru's name, by joining to the Guru's path, then they're able to change their lives. Naam bina kaise utar sapara. Just like Bhagat Kabir Ji said, Naam bina kaise utar sapara. How can we be carried across? So Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj Ji, speaking to the Siddhs, Bhai Gurdas, he spoke about the instance and they said, Ke Baj Guru, Dubba Jagasara. The whole world is drowning. When the Guru came, when Siddhi Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj Ji came on this earth in their 10 forms to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji, where they say ke tarma chalavana, sant obarna, dost dokhina, sab mool oparna, to destroy all the dust, all the tyrants of this world, to uproot them. That is why Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj Ji came, set up the Khalsa, that continues, ke tarma chalavana. To serve this way of Dharam, the right way to live. The way to live the life of a Sikh, the way of the Khalsa. So Sahal Sangat Ji, Guru Maharaj Ji says in that Shabad, Jis Mastaka Pag So Laga Sev. Guru Maharaj Ji starts that Shabad off, Akhili Shabad. Then we go to the Jeevan of Pai Sukha Pai Jinda Ji. Guru Maharaj says, Satguru Mera Beh Mohtaj. Said that my Satguru, that my Guru is Behmotaj. Behmotaj here can translate to somebody who does not rely on somebody else, Sotantar, to be independent. My Guru doesn't rely on anybody. We learn this every day, some of these terminologies, and this goes for the Khalsa, that we are Sotantar, we're independent. We don't need to rely on anyone else, we rely on our Guru. That's why these are concepts we hear every day in our Mool Mantar. If you do vichar on the Mool Mantar, Sasangaji, Maharaj says, Sahapang here means to be self-illuminated, to get Shakti from yourself, from the Khalsa, from the Guru. Everything is inside. We don't need to look anywhere else. Our Guru has given us everything. Our Guru has given us Gurbani, and Gurbani is all we need. Gurbani will give us all the guidance that we need. If we have that faith and we start to look into Gurbani. So Satguru Mera Behmotaj. So my Guru is Behmotaj. Satguru Mera Satcha Saj. So my Guru is the complete truth. Baniya se Bani. Satguru ki Bani, Sat Sat Kar Janaho Guru Sikho ho. The Hey Guru Sikho, understand this. The Guru's words are not just the truth. Sat Sat Kar Janaho. Do vari Guru Sahib says Sat. Sat Sat Kar Janaho Guru Sikho ho. Har karta aap moho ho kodai. That Guru Sahib inspires me to say these words. Satguru Mera Sab Sika Data. They are the giver to everybody. They give to everybody every single day. Satguru Mera Purk Bedata. Purk Bedata, he means that they themselves are the Sargun Soup. Aap Sirjanhar Surup hai. They are the form of that one Vai Guru Ji takes care of everybody. फिर आगे से गुरु जैसा ना ही को देव जिस मस्तक पाग सो लागा से. There is no devte, there is no raja, there's no other being who's like my Guru. Guru jaisa nahi ko deva, jis mastak bhag so laga se. Jina de mathe utte saad sangat ji. On that person's matha, jis mastak bhag, lekh likhya hoya hai saad sangat ji. Guru Sahib ji de lekh, the lekh of the Guru's kirpa, the Guru's kirpa drishti, the Guru's nazar. Jis mastak bhag so laga save saad sangat ji, their seva is parvan the Guru Sahib, and they are given the seva of the Guru. If any of us are blessed with the seva of the Guru, understand that in this age of Kal Yuga and all the yugs, that we are so blessed to do any seva of the Guru. Through Panth di seva, Guru Kar di seva adaka. So when we look at the Jivana of Bhai Sukhdev Singh Ji, Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji, you just look at Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji Jinda, when they were in the Nojawan, when the younger ages, when they were, you could say, in their teens, they say that at that time, Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji was involved in the Sikh, we have the Sikh school, the Sikh federations. At that time, Bhai Amrik Singh Ji was a part of the federations as well, and they were the chair, the leader of the federation. They say there were many federations throughout the colleges and the universities. They at that time, Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji, being a part of the, you could say, these different federations, as many Naujawan at that time, when you're Nawjawani, sometimes you have a lot of emotions. And they say that they will get into fights with other, you could say, other federations as well. And one fight broke out between the different federations. And they say even a bullet was let off as well at that time. Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji was a part of that scuffle as well. At that time, Saad Sangat Ji, Sant Jarnail Singh Ji and Bhai Amrik Singh Ji came to be the mediators of that. So when we hear about Sant Ji, we look at individuals and we think that why were they getting involved in these situations? Sant Ji went to such an extent when they go and speak to these students as well. The Sant Jarnail Singh Ji come and met that group of individuals, all the students at the time that were having a bit of a fight between themselves, Apas Vicha. The Sant Ji started to tell them all off, started to put them all back in line. They also, when Sant Jarnail Singh Ji speaking, and they say that Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji Jinda is standing there, Jwani Avastha, which are very young, probably in their teens right now. When Sant Jarnail Singh Ji speaking, Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji is keeping his eyes on the floor. Cease Nawake, they're not looking up at Sant Ji, because in that time they have such shame inside them, they cannot even look at Sant Ji in the eyes. They Sant Ji osivele Bhai Harjinder Singh wala dekh ke, they look at Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji and say that I've heard so much about you. I've heard so much that you speak so much, that you're so courageous and so brave. And I said that, what is going on here? They osivele Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji looks at Sant Ji, Hath jog benti ke, they say ke Sant Ji, ek vari maine bakhsh deo, just one time bless me. One time give me your blessings and never again will you hear anything about me in a negative light. And at that time, Sant Jarnail Singh Ji took their teed, took their arrow and they placed it upon Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji Jinda. When they placed that teed on Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji, Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji writes in their own writings, when they spoke to the Gurumukhs, they said, when that teed of Sant Jarnail Singh Ji touched me, they said that my whole life changed. Just by the touch of their teed. Jis mastaka bhag so laga se. When Guru Sajida's kirpa and they bless us with Saad Sangat, Santa di Sangat, Guru Sikha di Sangat, Guru Maharaj Ji sends their own Guru Sikhs themselves. Okay, when at that time that happened, that teed touched them, so I think their whole life changed and they were on a complete different trajectory from what it was meant to be before. Where they started to walk the path of the Guru. And what happened after that moment is that when in 1984 June, when the attack happened on Siri Darbar Sahib, what Bhai Sukha and Bhai Jinda Ji write in their own letters, they write that when that happened, that moment that we heard that Siri Darbar Sahib was attacked, they said they even went to Darbar Sahib, they tried to enter, and if you listen to the Tahas, you know that many people, when they heard about the attack on the Darbar Sahib, they tried to go to the Gurdwara. And in today's world, people say that, oh, that shouldn't have happened. Why was Sant Jarnail Singh Ji at the Darbar Sahib? If Sant Jarnail Singh Ji wasn't at the Darbar Sahib, then the Darbar Sahib never been attacked. Saad Sangat Ji, over 70 Gurdwara were attacked on the same day that we know of. If we're saying that Sant Jarnail Singh Ji shouldn't have been there, the Darbar Sahib wouldn't have been attacked, Whoever says that, say to them, why was 70 other Godare attacked on that day? And that is just the minimum. Was there 70 Sanjana Singhjis? No, there was only one. It was not attack on Sanjana Singhji, it was attack on Sikhi. So they said that time that we went towards the Darbar side. We walked towards city the Darbar side, but on the way to the Darbar side, we were being attacked. So even those who tried to come to the Darbar side, hearing the news on 1st of June, Pehli Tariq, Duji Tariq, whatever day it was, they all tried to come, but even then they couldn't enter the Darbar side because they're being attacked. But say, at that moment, we knew that whoever had done this, that we will get badala, that we will get revenge for what happened at our home, at the home of Sidi Guru Ramdas Ji. Look at all this itihas, Sangaji. We look at our itihas, we have June, Charlie Sal, we have 40 years since June. June to baad Sangaji, we go back into the world. Then November, we have November 84, all the genocide that happened, the Kalukara, that happened in June, November. Then we have Prakash Purab, Diwali, Bandi Chhod, the Poda Mahina, Potabad Sangaji, people celebrate Christmas, New Year's. We change so quickly. That's why we change so quickly. 1 minute we're mourning, 1 minute we're sad, 1 minute we're remembering, next minute we're celebrating Christmas and New Year's. But when at that time, by Sukha, by Jinda, hearing about what's happening at the Darbar side, their state remained the same. That until justice was delivered, not from the Sarkar, not from the government, they never gave justice. We just recorded podcasts for the past 2 weeks. They're going to come out in a couple of weeks on our YouTube channel, Basis of Sikhi. There were I think there was between 12 commissions, more than 12 commissions with the government themselves. The government said that we'll look into what happened at the in Mafi in Delhi at that time. The first ever commission, the Mishra Commission that took place. In that commission, when they looked at what happened in November, all the massacres, the rapes, the killings, the burnings, the biadbi of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, the cutting of case, they tie people's case together and burn them alive. When the Mishra Commission was done, Sangaji, in the Mishra Commission they wrote that what happened at the start was that some Sikhs went outside and they're celebrating Indira Gandhi's death. And because they're celebrating her death and they started to be a bit rowdy with the Hindus, that's why that happened to them. That's why the Sikhs were killed. And they said that there's no way possible that these individuals like Arjun Das, whether it was all the other names that they have in there, there's no way possible that these people were guilty of doing this. Because they're MPs. MPs would never do this. That was their logic to doing it. The first commission, the Missioner Commission, they said that it was the Sikhs' fault. Rajiv Gandhi even said that we don't want to do these commissions. Rajiv Gandhi is Indira Gandhi's son. He said we don't want to do these commissions because it's just going to look bad on the Sikh. So they tried to make us into the enemies, make us into ones that are culprits of this in the first commission. And all those commissions that went on and on, nothing happened. Until a commission in 2017 or 2018, 6 years ago, 36 years after November 84, where they finally convicted somebody, and by then it was too late. Because what the person's been on for 36 years, what is that going to do? So again, what was the point of this? That by Sukha, by Jinda realized that we're not going to get justice from the people that did this to us. The people that organized this. When people say that Delhi was a riot, it was not a riot. A riot cannot happen in that way where every address of a Sikh in Delhi, and not just Delhi, Sangaji, even the different cities outside of Delhi were attacked as well. Jadatar we hear about Delhi because that's where a majority of the Shahidiyah happen or the deaths happen. But a lot even happen outside of Delhi as well. So the voting list of every single Sikh in every single city, every single village, area of Delhi was given to those individuals who went out and committed the crimes themselves, led by MPs. And it's also the saddest thing to say, and we'll learn this in the podcast, really sad to say, is that those victims of 84, in the commissions that came out, what were some of the things that they said in the commissions? They said that if a Bibi our daughter, our sister, our mother, if they were raped at that time, they will give them 2,000 rupees. You know how much that is in pounds? 18 pounds. He said that if a bibi has been raped, we'll give them 18 pounds to kind of, pay them off. 18 pounds, Sangaji. Is that how much we're worth? This is, when we talk about the government, we talk about the Sarkar. These are the same individuals today, in their commissions. They're saying that for that person that was raped, we give them 2,000 rupees. So if somebody was killed per person, 10,000 rupees. How is 100 pounds going to bring somebody back to life? How is it going to get rid of the trauma of watching your husband, your father, or your son being beaten to death? Or vice versa, watching your own mother or sister being raped in front of you or gang raped. Mafia, I know there's kids in here, but this is ayat tahas. And seeing in front and saying that, hey, take 10,000 rupees and this will cover it. That is what we're facing, and that's where these commissions did nothing. And who was to say that this wouldn't have happened again? Who's to say that this could have not happened again after November? Because at the House Whites, Guru Sikh saying at that time when Bhai Beyant Singh Ji, Bhai Satyavan Singh Ji, they were actual guards at that time. They were saying that this was always going to happen anyway. They knew about this attack that was going to happen. Initially, it was planned to happen on Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj's Avatar Purab that year in November. If Indira Gandhi was not assassinated, it doesn't mean that this wouldn't have happened. It was planned anyway. Just like that attack on Siri Darbar Sahib, Hanumandir Sahib, happened in June 1984, but this attack was already planned 2 years ago when they made a replica in Doonwali. All these things are already planned, they were just brought forward. There's no way you can find all the voters list, every single Sikh location in Delhi at that time, bring all the people in, using all of the networks, whether that is the railway, whether that's schools, fire, when you talk about you got the fire brigades, talk about the hospitals. How can all these things be planned perfectly that if a Sikh went to the hospital to get treatment at that time, they were turned away by the doctors? If a house was on fire, if a Sikh's house was on fire, that the fire brigade would not come and put the fire out because it's a house of a Sikh. So all these things were thought out and they were planned. So when June happens and Bhai Sukha, Bhai Jinda Ji realize what has happened, they realize that they cannot rely on anybody else, that they have to take this into their own hands. And these are not my words. I'm not trying to fabricate, I'm not trying to add masala onto this itihas in any way. You can read this yourself, Saad Sangaji, and Bhai Sukha and Bhai Jinda Ji's own chittiya, in their own letters, they speak about this themselves. I'm not adding nothing. I'm doing no justice to itihas. You can read it all yourself. There's a kitab that's in all the chittiya in Punjabi called Azadnama that was released recently. All the chittiya, at least 80 letters of Bhai Sukha, Bhai Jinda Ji talking about this all itihas. And what was going through their mind at that time, that when they were in court, what did Bhai Sukha, Bhai Jinda Ji do? They killed those people, they assassinated those people that were responsible for all these massacres and the attack on Siri Darbar Sahib. One was Arjun Das, another one, I forgot his name, it starts with an L, Lalit Makhan or something like that, and another one was General Vaidya as well. He was responsible for the attack on Siri Darbar Sahib. He led the attack on Siri Darbar Sahib, and Bhai Sukha, Bhai Jinda themselves went and assassinated him. When he was driving in his car, they pulled up next to him and they fired a bullet straight into his head and they let off a Jakarta and they drove off as well at that time. And when they were arrested finally and they were put in the courthouse where they were questioned by the judge, and they said to the judge says to them, do you have anything to say at this time? Just go onto the internet and type in Bhai Sukha, Bhai Jinda and type in the letters. You can read all the letters and they speak about themselves here in their own chittiya. They say, what did we say to the judge? Said, also didn't they, when the Sarkar, when the soldiers, the army, the police, the government, when they attacked the Darbar Sahib, on that day we knew, or I knew myself, that now my life has been given to the Panth. And until I get badala for what happened, until I get revenge for what happened at Sidi Darbar Sahib, I have no shanti, I have no peace, I'll not be able to sit still. Until I get badala. Until we get badala for the Panth of what happened at that time. Those are the words of Bhai Harjinder Singh Ji Jinda. Okay, until that day happens, and that when somebody gives their life to the Panth, there's no need to be afraid. Just like Bachan of Bhagat Kabir ji, okay, Satsang ji, these individuals, they were Gurmukhs, they'd read Gurbani. Just like we said, every single day, 11 Sukhmani Sahib da Path, 25 Japji Sahib da Path every single day, Naam Abhyas for 3 hours every day, Sat Bana Nitnem, and they read Gurbani all the time. And Bhagat Kabir ji Shabad, Kabir Jis Marne te Jag Dare, Mere Man Anand. These are the words of Bhagat Kabir ji. But those Guru Sikhs, they live the words of Gurbani. They are Gurbani. They become one with Gurbani. So Kabir jis marne te jag dare, mere man anand. Bhagat Kabir ji is saying these words. That death that everybody is afraid of, mere man anand. They say, in my mind is complete anand, is complete bliss. Marne hi te paye purn paramanand. Because through that death complete, the best, the Puram Paramanand. There's Anand and there's Paramanand, the best bliss ever. And Bhai Sukha, Bhai Jindaji were not afraid of death. They were not afraid of death at all. They laughed in the face of death. That Satsang ji, last week Chandu Samapti, on the day they were sentenced to being hung, and they were told that you're going to be given the fancy, Satsang ji, they brought Mathai, they brought laddus into the courthouse to celebrate that they're going to give Shahidi. And they started to wander, they started to give the laddus out to everybody as well. And when they went back to where their prison was, they started to give the mithai out to all the people in the prisons, and everybody refused to eat it because they didn't want to celebrate this, because they had so much love and so much pyar for Bhai Sukha, Bhai Jinda. The Satsang ji, even now 40 years later, 40 years later, we remember those Gurmukhs. We remember them and remember their actions, that they gave everything for this panth. The Guru Sahib ji says again, Guru Jaisa Nahi Ko Dev, Jis Mastak Apag So Laga Se, that they were the most blessed to have the seva of the Guru, to do what nobody else would do for us, what the Sarkar wouldn't do for us. They did themselves with the Ot Asa, with the support of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji, of their Bani and the Gurmukhs as well. So Satsang ji, let's not forget this itihas. Let's read those chithiya. If you can't understand Punjabi or read Punjabi, they're online. Just type in Bhai Sukha, Bhai Jinda's letters. You can find, if you want to read in Punjabi, there's a kitab called Azad Nama on the chithiya of Bhai Sukha, Bhai Jinda ji. So Satsang ji, Enya Bente Pavan Karne, please go the mistakes made in the Katha Vichar. The Ardas course, unfortunately, is not on today, but there will be Kirtan upstairs about half an hour. So again, please give the mistakes made in the Katha Vichar. Deho Sajjan Sisriya, Jehove Sahib Somela, Vahe Guruji Ka Khalsa, Vahe Guruji Ki Fateh.
ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸਨ ਭਾਈ ਸੁਖਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੁਰਮਤਿ ਵਿਚਾਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝ ਪਾਉਣਾ ਕੀਤੀ। ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਵੱਲੋਂ, ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀਆਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਆਓ ਹੁਣ ਭਾਈ ਅਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਢੇਸੀ ਦੇ ਰਾਗੀ ਜਥੇ ਪਾਸੋਂ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਮਈ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸਰਵਣ ਕਰਨਾ ਕਰੀਏ ਜੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ, ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ, सतनाम श्री वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु। सतनाम श्री वाहेगुरु सतनाम श्री वाहेगुरु सतनाम श्री वाहेगुरु 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 वाहेगुरु। वाहेगुरु बोलिए कदे भी ना डोलिए, वाहेगुरु कहिए सदा सुखी रहिए। वाहेगुरु बोलिए कदे भी ना डोलिए, वाहेगुरु कहिए सदा सुखी रहिए। वाहेगुरु कहिए सदा सुखी रहिए। सतनाम श्री वाहेगुरु सतनाम श्री वाहेगुरु सतनाम श्री वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु। वाहेगुरु जपिए कदे भी ना थकिए, वाहेगुरु ध्याइए सदा सुख पाइए। वाहेगुरु जपिए कदे भी ना थकिए, वाहेगुरु जपिए कदे भी ना थकिए। वाहेगुरु ध्याइए सदा सुख पाइए, वाहेगुरु ध्याइए सदा सुख पाइए। सतनाम श्री वाहेगुरु सतनाम श्री वाहेगुरु सतनाम श्री वाहेगुरु 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 वाहेगुरु। तू मेरे प्राण आधारे प्रभु जी, तू मेरे प्राण आधारे आधारे। तू मेरे प्राण आधारे प्रभु जी, तू मेरे। तू मेरे प्राण आधारे प्रभु जी, तू मेरे। नमस्कार दंडौत बंदना, नमस्कार दंडौत बंदना, अनक बार जाऊं बारे। तू मेरे प्राण आधारे प्रभु जी, तू मेरे। तू मेरे प्राण आधारे प्रभु जी, तू मेरे। नमस्कार दंडौत बंदना, नमस्कार दंडौत बंदना, अनक बार जाऊं बारे। तू मेरे प्राण आधारे प्रभु जी, तू मेरे। उठत बैठत सोबत जागत, उठत बैठत सोबत जागत, एह मन तुझे चितारे। मन तुझे चितारे, सुख दुख इस मन की बिरथा, सुख दुख इस मन की बिरथा, तुझ ही आगे सारे, तुझ ही आगे सारे। तू मेरे, तू मेरे प्राण आधारे प्रभु जी, तू मेरे। नमस्कार दंडौत बंदना,
नमस्कार दंडौत बंदना,
नमस्कार दंडौत बंदना, अनक बार जाऊं बारे। तू मेरे प्राण आधारे प्रभु जी, तू मेरे। तू मेरी ओट बल बुध तन तुम ही, तू मेरी तू मेरी तू तू मेरी ओट बल बुध तन तुम ही मेरे परवारे, तुम ही मेरे परवारे, जो तुम करो सोई पल हमरे, जो तुम करो सोई पल हमरे, पेख नानक सुख चरणारे, पेख नानक सुख चरणारे। तू मेरे प्राण आधारे प्रभु जी, तू मेरे नमस्कार दंडौत वंदना, नमस्कार दंडौत वंदना, अनक बार जाऊं बारे, तू मेरे प्राण आधारे प्रभु जी, तू मेरे उठत बैठत सोबत जाग, उठत उठत सोबत जागत, उठत बैठत सोबत जागत, एह मन तुझे चितारे, एह मन तुझे चितारे, एह मन तुझे चितारे, सुख दुख इस मन की बिरथा, सुख दुख इस मन की बिरथा, सुख दुख इस मन की बिरथा, तुझ ही आगे सारे, तुझ ही आगे सारे, तू मेरे प्राण आधारे प्रभु जी, तू मेरे नमस्कार दंडौत वंदना, नमस्कार दंडौत वंदना, नमस्कार दंडौत वंदना, अनक बार जाऊं बारे, तू मेरे प्राण आधारे प्रभु जी, तू मेरे प्राण आधारे प्रभु जी, तू मेरे ਔਖੀ ਘੜੀ ਨਾ ਦੇਖਣ ਦੇਈ, ਆਪਣਾ ਬਿਰਦ ਸੰਭਾਲੇ। ਔਖੀ ਘੜੀ ਨਾ ਦੇਖਣ ਦੇਈ, ਔਖੀ ਘੜੀ ਨਾ ਦੇਖਣ ਦੇਈ। ਔਖੀ ਘੜੀ ਨਾ ਦੇਖਣ ਦੇਈ, ਔਖੀ ਘੜੀ ਨਾ ਦੇਖਣ ਦੇਈ। ਆਪਣਾ ਬਿਰਦ ਸੰਭਾਲੇ, ਆਪਣਾ ਬਿਰਦ ਸੰਭਾਲੇ। ਔਖੀ ਘੜੀ ਨਾ ਦੇਖਣ ਦੇਈ, ਔਖੀ ਘੜੀ ਨਾ ਦੇਖਣ ਦੇਈ। हाथ दे राखे अपने को, हाथ दे राखे अपने को। सास सास प्रीत पाले, सास सास प्रीत पाले, सास सास प्रीत पाले। औखी घड़ी ना देखण देई, औखी घड़ी ना देखण देई। अपना बिरद संभाले,
अपना बिरद संभाले।
अपना बिरद संभाले। औखी घड़ी ना देखण देई, औखी घड़ी ना देखण देई। प्रभ स्यों लाग रहो मेरा चीत, प्रभ स्यों लाग रहो मेरा चीत। आद अंत प्रभ सदा सहाई, आद अंत प्रभ सदा सहाई। तन हमारा मीत, तन हमारा मीत। औखी घड़ी ना देखण देई, औखी घड़ी ना देखण देई। अपना बिरद संभाले, अपना बिरद संभाले। औखी घड़ी ना देखण देई, औखी घड़ी ना देखण मन बिलास भय साहिब के, मन बिलास भय साहिब के, अचरज देख बड़ाई। अचरज देख बड़ाई, अचरज देख बड़ाई। औखी कड़ी न देखण देई, औखी कड़ी न देखण देई। अपना बिरद समाले,
अपना बिरद समाले,
अपना बिरद समाले। औखी कड़ी न देखण देई, औखी कड़ी न देखण देई। हर सिमर सिमर आनंद कर नानक, हर सिमर सिमर आनंद कर नानक। प्रभ पूरन पैज रखाई, हर हर सिमर, हर सिमर, हर सिमर, हर सिमर सिमर आनंद कर नानक। हर सिमर सिमर आनंद कर नानक। प्रभ पूरन पैज रखाई, प्रभ पूरन पैज रखाई। औखी कड़ी न देखण देई, औखी कड़ी न देखण देई। अपना बिरद समाले, अपना बिरद समाले। औखी कड़ी न देखण देई, औखी कड़ी न देखण देई। प्रभ स्यों लाग रहो मेरा चीत, प्रभ स्यों लाग रहो मेरा चीत प्रभ स्योला प्रभ स्यो प्रभ स्यो प्रभ स्यो प्रभ स्यो लाग रहो मेरा चीत आद अंत प्रभ सदा सहाई
सदा सहाय
आद अंत प्रभ सदा सहाई तन हमारा मीत तन हमारा मीत तन हमारा मीत औखी कड़ी न देखण दे औखी कड़ी न देखण दे अपना बिरद समाले
अपना बिरद संभाले
अपना बिरद समाल अपना बिरद समाले अपना बिरद समाले अपना बिरद समाले औखी कड़ी न देखण दे औखी कड़ी न देखण दे हर सिमर सिमर आनंद कर नानक हर सिमर सिमर आनंद कर नानक प्रभ पूरन पैज रखाई प्रभ पूरन पैज रखा हर सिमर सिमर आनंद कर नानक हर सिमर सिमर आनंद कर नानक प्रभ पूरन पैज रखाई प्रभ पूरन पैज रखाई औखी कड़ी न देखण दे औखी कड़ी न देखण दे अपना बिरद समाले
अपना बिरद संभाले
अपना बिरद समाले औखी कड़ी न देखण दे औखी कड़ी न देखण दे दे
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸਨ ਭਾਈ ਅਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਢੇਸੀ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਰੱਬੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਮੂਹ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੋੜਨਾ ਕੀਤਾ। ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧ ਵੱਲੋਂ, ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀਆਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ, ਗਿਆਨੀ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਆਓ ਹੁਣ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਰਾਗੀ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੋਂ ਭਾਈ ਨਿਰਭੈ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਸਮੂਹ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਰੱਬੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਨਗੇ ਜੀ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।